Good afternoon, my name is Tom Turnbull, and I will be presenting my home renovation project. As a quick introduction, I will be discussing the time frame of the project along with all the team members. So we will be starting the project the beginning of April of 2020, and we will be looking to complete the project in February of 2021. So this project is going to last for a duration of 10 months. My wife and I, Molly, we are going to be the main project managers overseeing the home renovations. We are also going to be working with a general contractor. He's going to be serving as our assistant project manager. And then we're going to be working directly with three main contractors for the plumbing, electrical, and flooring. And then we will rely on an outside vendor for the installation of the countertops. So in terms of the renovations, here are the home specifications that we will be looking to complete during this 10-month project. We'll be looking to add a bathroom in our basement. So you'll see the photo in the top right. Right behind that individual sofa, there is a doorway that'll take you into our cold cellar. We will be running and installing plumbing into there, and we'll be adding a full-size bathroom into the basement. We will also be remodeling the kitchen. We will be moving the fridge from the opposite end of the kitchen, and then we will be replacing that new vacant area with countertops and additional cabinet space. We will also be adding a dishwasher as well as a garbage disposal. We will be improving our lawn by placing grass alongside the garage as well as behind the garage. And then we will also be looking to replace the floors, trim, and door frames, in addition to the roof on the back sunroom, as displayed in the photo in the bottom right corner. And then we will also be looking to paint the entire house as well, the walls, in addition to the door frames. Here you will see our project milestone that we will utilize to make sure we're staying on track and on schedule with our 10-month project. This schedule includes a list of each milestone and its associated month that each milestone must be completed. It also shows the progression of each milestone throughout the life of the entire project. We will use each one of these milestones to make sure we're on time and on schedule within each phase of the home renovation project. In this slide, you'll see key items taken from our project charter. So the purpose of our project is twofold. We're looking to improve the value of our home by approximately $30,000, given the renovations that we're estimating are going to cost anywhere from $12,500 to $15,000. Based on the numbers, we're looking to secure a profit of $15,000 to $17,500. And in order to be successful with what we're looking to accomplish in this project, we must monitor the quality of work during completion of each phase. The project charter itself is going to serve as a formal authorization for us to utilize. Using the charter will allow us to summarize all the key conditions and parameters of the project and allow us to establish a framework for us to develop a detailed baseline plan around in the early phases of the renovation. In the next two slides, we'll see a list of all the project deliverables that we are looking to accomplish. The sum of all these deliverables will ultimately translate to an increased home value based on all the renovations being considered. To take a look at a list of all the renovations and ultimately the deliverables that we're looking to accomplish. As mentioned in the early slide, we're looking to install a full bathroom in the basement. We're looking to replace the existing wooden floors with bamboo material. We're looking to install new trim and door frames. We're looking to remodel the kitchen. remove sunroom roof and add a new rubber roof to repair the leak, fertilize and seed the backyard to improve the health of the lawn, reinforce the driveway supporting the garage and replace damaged cement, and lastly, paint all the walls of the home along with the door frames, along with the trim work throughout the house. Here you will see a quick summary of our quality control plan. In order to monitor the quality of work early and regularly throughout the completion of the home renovation project, we will be able to utilize this as a key resource for us. This plan will allow us to compare results with quality standards that we determine based on our own personal satisfaction. My wife and I will be primary quality control specialists, while our general contractor, he will be secondary in terms of overseeing a large majority of the project while we are away from the property during the week. We will be sure to work together with our general contractor if we determine corrective actions need to occur during each one of the phases of the project. However, we would like to ideally make sure we are closely monitoring each progression of each phase in order to avoid additional costs and altogether a delay in the project. In this next slide, you can see our work breakdown structure presented in diagram format. The work breakdown structure will allow us to see a hierarchical display of the entire scope of our project. This will also allow us to assign each member of the project to each necessary activity. This will allow us to utilize a visualization of all the necessary work packages that need to be completed throughout the course of the home renovation. Next, you will see our responsibility assignment matrix, otherwise known as the RAM matrix. This will allow us to illustrate who exactly will be responsible for each assigned activity of the project. This will also serve as a key tool for us when it comes to identifying the associated individual responsible for each phase and associated work item. You also see P as indicated as primary, and then S, which indicates support. For example, Tom will be responsible for purchasing the kitchen supplies. However, my wife, Molly, will be supporting me during the purchasing process in the event of my absence. All right, in this slide, you'll see our resource usage sheet. This displays the total amount of work assigned to each work resource or member of our project. This will serve as a key item for us when identifying the amount of hours per day for each person of the team, as displayed in a separate screen within Microsoft Project. This will also allow us to make sure that each member of our team are not being overworked or overassigned in one area. And this will allow us to stay ahead of schedule in terms of our project. Next, you'll see our project schedule. This will allow my wife and I to determine when each activity is expected to start and finish. Within Microsoft Project, we can also modify and utilize other schedules of the project chart to calculate the latest start time that an activity must be completed, as well as the latest finish times in order to make sure we are on track for our required completion date of beginning of February. On this slide, you will see our work overview report. This report will allow us to have a quick summary about key performance information during various progression phases of our home renovation project. You will see our home renovation project requires a total of 472 hours. In addition, you will see that the bathroom, replacement of the floors, and painting will all be the three most time-consuming phases of our home renovation project. Here we can see a list of all the costs associated with each activity and phase of the project. This figure also allows us to understand the total labor and material costs, as well as the individual costs with each of those items in each phases. You can see the labor costs are based on the labor rate along with the number of days being worked by each member of the project. In addition, you will see material makes up the largest expense in comparison to labor costs. Here you will see our cash flow report. This report provides a breakdown of all the costs associated with various phases of the project. We will utilize this report in order to better understand costs throughout the life of the project, and also to make sure we are staying within our stated budget upon completion of each phase of the project. In this slide, you'll see our risk register, also referred to as our risk assessment matrix. This will serve as a resource for us when it comes to listing out all the potential risks ahead of starting the project. It'll also include the impact of those risks, likelihood of occurrence, and a subsequent response plan in the event that these risks become reality. Being able to recognize and plan for these risks ahead of time is very important for my wife and I, because this will allow us to be more prepared and also allow us to mitigate the risk and impact on the project itself, and make sure we can ultimately set out on what we're looking to accomplish with increasing our home value within the stated 10-month time frame. All right, so in conclusion, once we complete all renovations within the home, we want to make sure we're communicating, reflecting, and providing feedback to our general contractor. We also want to make sure we're finalizing all payment arrangements to any outside contractors and vendors. And we also want to make sure that we have a total cost figure to utilize when it comes to working with our realtor, when it comes time to list our home on the market for sale. This is our second project with our general contractor. We're looking to continue to utilize him in the future, so we want to make sure we're capitalizing and taking advantage on any areas of improvement. So we will do this through meeting with him and having a one-on-one conversation, and having both my wife and I, as well as our general contract, provide constructive feedback to both parties. Thanks for listening. Good luck with the rest of your finals.